It's Christmas time again, isn't it? Christmas trees, togetherness, family, not food. Well, I don't give a fig about any of it. My name is Lizzie Thornbackley and I'm a gainfully employed Victorian spinster. I live a simple life here in England and it's great. I got no kids and no deadbeat husband to steal me money. And it's the height of luxury here in 1844. I sleep in, meaning I get up with the sunrise. I do whatever I want, like go to the pub with friends, and sometimes I stay in and read a book or just stare into space. Just stare blankly into space and think random thoughts or nothing at all, because I can. Pretty good for an orphan raised in a Dickensian orphanage. I'm employed by one Ebenezer Scrooge. Ain't he the one that done gone through a night of spiritual intervention and awakening last Christmas, you might ask? One and the same. And I'll tell ya, I miss the old Scrooge. Sure, he was a bastard, but he was a bastard to one and all.
Cratchit, Thornbackley, you're both working on Christmas.
Yes, sir. But it's Christmas, sir.
So it is. You're both working overtime. Not paid, but overtime, of course.
Poor sod doesn't even realize that working on Christmas, you're basically paid to do nothing. None of the banks are open on Christmas, so we got nothing to do. I just sit around a warm fire that I'm not paying for and twiddle me thumbs for a few hours and then walk home in the quiet streets because everyone else is doing Christmas stuff. It's bliss, really. But I digress. Post-Christmas Ghost Scrooge has gone soft on Cratchit, you'll see. Hello all. Hello, Lizzie. What's everyone doing for Christmas?
What do you think you're doing? You're working. Cratchit, I'll be over at 5. I'll bring a bottle of port worth thrice your annual salary. And maybe a dessert to share.
Well, if he's not working and you won't be here, surely I could at least nip off a bit early.
What for? You don't have anything better to do. No kids, bah humbug.
You see what I have to deal with? Mind you, he doesn't have any kids either, but since the spirits visited him that fateful Christmas Eve, he's hollering out the window afterward like a lunatic. What day is it, nonsense? He's gone soft on Cratchit because he's got kids. Tiny Tim is sick again. Lizzie, can you pick up the slack because you don't have kids? Go ahead, Bob, you take as much time as you need, even though it's Mrs. Cratchit who does all the work raising the little tykes. Tiny Tim got the lead in the school play. Oh, go on, duck out, Cratchit. Lizzie doesn't mind. She doesn't have kids after all. And I'm bloody well fed up. No, I don't have kids, but I've got a life outside of this place. I've got friends, pubs I want to try, books to read, fires to stare into. But what am I gonna do, quit? This place has great benefits. Like Scrooge only cheats me out of 5% of me wages and only threatens to beat me. Oh right, sir, I'll be here, sir. Doing more than my fair share of the work, sir. Thanks, Lizzie. Tiny Tim is ever so excited for our Christmas feast this year. See, he drew this picture of it. Oh, yeah, it's real good. You're having an ham? It's a turkey. His kid's a shit drawer. Nothing you can do to convince me that Blob's not an ham.
Lizzie, enough with the idle chatter. Women always gibbering away about the most nonsensical things. Am I right, Cratchit?
He's a right prick, but he's a kitten compared to the headmaster of the orphanage I came from. But don't tell him I said that. He'd be appalled to know he's not a right prick. Almost quitting time. There's a pint with my name on it waiting for me.
Cratchit, get home to see that family of yours. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
Merry Christmas, sir.
Lizzie, where in the blazes do you think you're going?
Home, sir. It's 5 o'clock.
Insubordination. I'll dock your pay and make you stay an extra 15 minutes.
Well, here's to not Scrooge.
Care if I join you? Here's to you, Lizzie.
Oi, bugger off. I'm saving this seat for my mate Jeanette. She's a fancy prostitute. No boys allowed.
Fuck off, I won't. Listen well, Lizzie Thornbackley. I'm the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Are you now, like the Jacob Marley, Scrooge's old partner?
One and the same.
Did you know he's making me work on Christmas while he and Cratchit are off eating a ham together? Because I don't have kids. Yeah, of course you do. You know better than I what a prick he can be.
Yes, and you will be visited by 3 spirits to show you why you need to speak up for yourself about your rights as a child-free worker.
Why is that my responsibility? Shouldn't Scrooge just treat us equal?
Have you met the guy?
Yeah, right. If it takes an haunting for him to come around, so why are you haunting me? Shouldn't you be haunting him?
Probably, but that would make him the main character.
Be gone, spirit. You ain't coming in my room tonight. Oh, I see Jeanette.
Oh shit, that's Jeanette? I owe her money.
Like from before you were dead and had a corporeal body? Or like from now? Are you having ghost sex?
Gotta go, bye!
Gross. Good old Jeanette always shows me new ways to be disgusted by men. It's Christmas tomorrow. Day like any other, I suppose. Except that it's not for the likes of Cratchit and Tiny Tim and even Scrooge. The sting of injustice between those with children and those without. They'll all be sitting at home eating ham with his family. Well, either way, that bed looks comfy as can be. I'll sleep well even if I'm working tomorrow. Who are you? I'm the ghost of Christmas past, here to show you what your life would be like before Scrooge soured on you. Oh, like Molly said, I'll skip this one. We all remember what Scrooge was like.
But come with me though.
I have to go to work tomorrow. All right.
Cratchit, Thornbackley, you're both working on Christmas.
Boy, I remember this now. Yes, sir.
good.
That Cratchit have it. I mean, he's just so stammery. But it's Christmas, sir.
It's Christmas, sir.
It really is irritating. But it was nice to know we were both treated worse than dogs or horses or poor children or women or people of color.
Apparently in the future, dogs and horses are treated much better.
So?
They get meals cooked for them, massages, acupuncture.
What about women and people of color?
I mean, I can't see that far into the future.
All this interrupted sleep. It's why I don't have kids. If I get to sleep now or get some hours of sleep, I don't have a clock.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
Oh, I don't get many Christmas presents. What'd you get me?
Come with me as I show you what's happening right now.
You're bothering me. That's what's happening. I'm coming.
Oh, sir. It's too bad Lizzie isn't here to have a merry drink with us.
She could be if she had kids. Such a selfish woman and immature.
What the actual fuck? Scrooge doesn't have any kids. He just has generational wealth and the vote. Who's he to talk?
Such a waste of a woman crunching numbers instead of changing nappies. I should fire her for being an abomination.
But then I'd have to do more work.
And I'd have to pay you more.
I knew it. I knew he made more.
Especially because you have so many mouths to feed. What is she going to do with more money? Get more coal to heat her sad little room? A few more rounds of drinks at the pub?
None of your bloody business what I do with my money.
Cheers to kids.
Come on, Spirit the Third, show yourself. We got some business to take care of. Let's do this thing.
Hi, Lizzie. Yeah, heading out early because, kids stuff. I'll be going for the next 3 weeks, so if you could just do all of my work for me and then, put in a good word with Scroogey about how great I am at my job. It's also expected of you, so, you don't really have a choice in the matter.
What happened to Cratchit? He didn't stammer once, and now he's a smug wanker?
Unchecked privilege has created a monster. And you just kept saying,
Yes, sir.
and then even you started to believe that you should take on more work because you didn't have kids.
No! No! What bloody lesson am I supposed to take from all that nonsense? That I should have kids? No, thank you.
The lesson is that you have to stand up for yourself. You can't let him give you extra work and exclude you from things because you don't have kids. He doesn't get to decide how to spend your free time.
What are you still doing here? Aren't you supposed to go back to the spirit realm once you've taught me my lesson?
It's nice here. I wish I had a little room like this just for myself.
Oh, thanks, yeah. I got new drapes last year. They were on sale. I really like them. All right, enough of this nonsense. I've got hearts and minds to change.
La 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 la.
Oh, that was lovely, Tiny
That's
Tim.
lovely, Tiny Tim.
That's
Just
wonderful.
cheers, cheers.
Just wonderful.
Lovely. Happy Christmas, fuckos.
Why aren't you at the office where you belong, Thornbackley?
Because it's Christmas and I deserve a day off too. Just because I don't have kids doesn't mean that you get to dictate how I spend my time, my free time. Scrooge, you of all people know how great it is to not have kids.
I wish I didn't have kids.
See?
Yes, I've already decided that with my disability, it would be very hard having children, and I don't want to pass it on to any future children. No one should live with this agony.
Really, Tiny Tim, you're not going to have any children? Well, if you come to work for me, I wouldn't want to make you work late hours because you didn't have kids. Well, Merry Christmas one and all. Lizzie, get to the table with us. Mrs. Cratchit has made a delicious turkey.
Seriously, I am so tired. I wish I did not have children. Good ham though. It's a turkey. Still though.
Happy child-free holidays, everyone.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Turns out maybe I do give a fig about Christmas because it brings out the worst in people. Holidays reveal people's biases and judgments about child-free people and their time. Even worse, it makes people generous with child-free people's time. Just because someone doesn't have kids doesn't mean that they don't already have something to fill that time. And even if they don't, you, as a parent, don't get to dictate how they spend that time. And child-free people, speak up about it. Remind people with kids and employers that child-free people aren't second-class citizens.
Thornbackley! Shut your mouth, woman, and eat your food.
Here in 1844, women are still second-class citizens, but a little ghost tells me that we'll get to vote. Eventually. Happy child-free holidays indeed.